I believe there's a hero in all of us that keeps us honest, gives us strength, makes us noble, and finally allows us to die with pride, even though sometimes we have to be steady and give up the thing we want the most, even our dreams.
Immersed into the world of fiction and fantasy of comic books, you find yourself in an urban city when suddenly you hear the screech of a falling woman. You proceed to look in direction of the cry when out of the blue you lock your gaze upon a man defying gravity itself to save this very woman. Flying at unfathomable speeds, his arms like steel swoop down and accelerate for the catch. Speechless, you stare in awe as those around you gasp in doubt, and yet in only moments you hear cheers and claps from your surrounding. You then realize that the woman is no longer falling. No! She was saved. The man of steel lands carefully in the middle of a crowd you're in. He leaves soon after, refusing to accept any thanks from those around him. Humble, heroic, courageous, confident, spectacular, and godly. These are the words you use to define him. Superheroes are indeed considered today's mythological gods. They are our saviors, our protectors. They watch over us, and they possess powers well beyond our own comprehension. And yet, we relate. Somehow, we can relate to these supreme entities, supernatural beings, men and women akin to deities. But why is that? How can ordinary men such as ourselves compare to gods? The answer is quite simple, really.
How superheroes are relatable to us? What makes them human? Superheroes are living beings that have consciences. Therefore, they are cognitive. They can understand, solve problems, and make decisions for their next pace. With that said, they are intelligent. They are capable of abstract thinking, planning, solving problems, and learning by using their brains, just like any other human beings. However, those rigid-looking beings have a soft heart full of feelings and emotions and personal thoughts/opinions. They can express subjectivity. They are sentient. Superheroes also have relationships with their family members and friends. Superheroes that have family could actually beneficiate from coping, since the family could potentially reduce the stress of the hero. And that creates family resilience, where the family could actually adapt to certain situations. And with all that said, superheroes, just like any other human beings, are actually compatible with Maslow's hierarchy of needs, which is a pyramid that describes a pattern where human motivation moves through generally.
As I said, simple, right? They think, therefore they are. They feel, therefore they live. But let us compare some more to truly grasp the relation between humans and modern divinity.
After failing an exam, I really felt sad because it wasn't normal for me to fail. Failing isn't a part of me. I only see success in life. I believe that it was the grade that got me feeling like that.
In contrast, Batman, in The Dark Knight by Christopher Nolan, fails to save Rachel and falls into a state of depression and self-doubt, which can be seen later on in the movie. Like us, these heroes must face psychological demons and tragic losses, but they can also experience joys from multiple mediums, including vices.
No! No! No, not me! Why are you coming for me? No! Rachel! Rachel!
Harvey, Okay.
Rachel!
Even if failure isn't a part of me, I believe that this that failure was the main reason that got me depressed. It made me want to give up, but at the same time, I wanted to make my parents proud. This was the reason. They are the reason that made me go harder, but also to study more and to succeed in life and in school.
For example, in the Justice League, the Flashpoint paradox, Batman receives a letter from his father from an alternate universe where his parents are actually alive while he isn't. We see Batman break down despite the fact that he has a strong character.
You're one hell of a messenger. Thank you.
In addition, let's consider other cases. A case where a superhero has a double life, such as the case of Clark Kent. In order to avoid his identity to be revealed, he will actually work as a journalist. Or if you are an X-Man, then you have to consider that you have to live through discrimination for your whole life just because of your difference. Or in Spider-Man 2, directed by Sam Raimi, we can actually see Mary Jane breaking up with Peter Parker / Spider-Man. And we can actually see him breaking down just like Batman.
All in all, superheroes display emotions and desires identical to that of a normal person, for they too are human. They are mere men and women with superhuman abilities, not creatures immune to their heart's desires. Strip them of their powers and they are left with nothing but the will to preach justice and the bravery to take action. Feelings that you and me can easily undergo. Human ambitions, really.